Okay guys, I'll bring you up to speed very quickly on this case study. It's probably going to be a very short video. I've not yet concluded the diagnosis, but this is a 2011 Nissan X-Trail with a 2-liter common rail diesel engine, and the complaint is a hard start. Although we tried to give it easy start gas while I was here. Before I started working on it, it actually turned into a no start. They're going to buy some more easy start, but I was told someone else worked on this vehicle before, and they concluded it had something to do with the heater plugs, and those have a relay here. Don't know if you can see it. Yes, right here. It's more of a module than a relay, from what I can see. But additionally, I'll tell you what I've done so far. I went after the heater plugs. They have each of them has a wire coming from the heater control module going to each plug. I checked those for resistance. They all read within a spec of each other, about 1.5 ohms, so I assume all the plugs are good. I compared their resistance against ground, so I concluded the plugs are not open, at least. The code I got, actually, I took a photo of I used my Autobus scan tool first, and it gave a code of P0, I think it was P0380, I think, glow plug. That was all the description I got. I'm yet to look it up, but because of that and the earlier information I got that the problem seems to be with the heater plug, I came straight to it, tested the plugs. Their resistance, as I said, is within spec of each other. So that led me to conclude the plugs, at least at this point, are fine. Next, I used my scan tool to power, to command the heater plugs to operate. I'm going to show you that in a moment, because I used the test light first. I wasn't happy with the brightness. Then I tried to use a multimeter, and it was showing me 3 volts, and I couldn't believe that. I figured maybe it has it pulses them using a duty cycle, and that's where I'm at now. You can see where I'm connected to. This is my oscilloscope lead to channel 1. This is ground, and that's the terminal for, I think it is flagged for signal number 3, but it will represent all the others. My oscilloscope is over here, and here is my laptop. So I'll let you focus on that. Now I'm using the component, I'm running the software for the oscilloscope here, and this is the software for the scan tool that I use to command the glow plug relay. But if I try to make the command here and then went to view the oscilloscope in full screen, I get an error. Let me show you what happens. If I try that, I'm running the test now, and it's okay until I decide to view the oscilloscope all the way. That gets in the way, but you can see it is pulsing them using duty cycle. I'm sure you can see that very, very well. I'm going to repeat that. I'm actually going to change the time base a little bit. I'm going to let me make 200 milliseconds and then send that command again. I've commanded it. Now run to see what the oscilloscope is seeing. I'm sure you can see the command. That's a duty cycle of about, on time is about 10% only. So I'll increase the time base now so you can see more of the repeated signals. I'll use maybe 2 seconds. Come back here, send the command, get it run, and that's the number of times it repeats. So that means at least the ECM can command that relay control module, and at this point I don't find any fault with the heater relay system, because when I command it with the scan tool it does work, and I can't find any opens in any of the plugs. However, the code I saw earlier could have been due to the guy that worked on this earlier unplugging the module and turning the key in the on position. So at this point, I'm not willing to conclude that this vehicle has heater plug issues. I'll switch the camera off and think of something else. Actually, I'm going to try to crank the vehicle and see why. Let's do this while I'm still on camera. I'm going to try to read the data. No, I don't need to. There are no codes to erase anyway. It said there are no codes. But as for codes right now, it says there are no fault codes, as you can see, but I can read data. What I want to see is customized stuff here. I want to see the fuel. I want to see fuel pressure. Okay, rail pressure here. So I want to read that first. Yeah, only 4 bar now. I'm going to try to crank it and see what happens. Yeah, fuel pressure rose up to 100 bar. Now, is that enough to... I think at about 70 bar for most common rail system, the vehicle should be able to start igniting. I'm going to do that again. So this time I got up to 101 bar, and I need to read up the specs on when this vehicle should start. What pressure is it waiting to see? Alternatively, I can find out if it's commanding the injectors by looking at the current ramps, and I can parade the injectors and see if they are, at least get onto one of them and see if it's it's pulsing the injectors on and off. That will tell me if it's happy with the pressure. So this is my low amp current probe. So I've turned the low. Oh, I need to restart the oscilloscope. Where is it? Yeah, here. Cancel that. I don't need any presets. I think I can set this up on my own. First of all, I'm going to turn the ignition switch on and off to see if anything happens on these heater wires. But I need to turn channel 2 on, which is where I put the current probe, and let me begin with 100 millivolts DC, and I'll put it here. I'm going to zero it. It's looking a bit high, so let me zero it. That's zeroing done. It's now zeroed. Turn the ignition key off. Turn the ignition key off for about 5 seconds. Turn it on. Yeah, I can see the computer is applying the heater plugs. My timing though is a bit high.
How is it going?
I'll let you know in a moment. Yeah. So I'll change the time base back to about 500 milliseconds, do that thing again. I did see the computer applying the plugs, but the signals were too compressed. I wanted a wider view of that. So if I do it again, that's the computer applying the heater plugs. So now when I crank, if I see any ramping on this, it's on cylinder number 3, I think, cylinder number 3 injector. So if I see any current on that wire, injector wire, it means the computer is happy enough with the fuel pressure in the rail to begin applying the fuel to the cylinder. Yeah, I don't see any of that happening. So it means it's not happy with the pressure yet. Yet on the scan tool, showing up to 101 millibars again. I'm going to do it again. Unfortunately, I don't know the spec offhand. I'll do my research later, but what I can tell you is the computer is not happy with the fuel pressure enough to begin commanding the injectors on. Ignition key on. Yeah, I believe you can see that we don't have any current being read of that injector. So I'm going to bring the voltage setting down a bit, just to be sure I'm not missing any minor changes in the current reading. I didn't catch that very well, and I wasn't recording, so I'm going to, I've got an assistant to crank for me. Yes, yeah, I think that's just lower voltage because we are cranking, so the system voltage goes down. Yes. Oh, okay. Kubanga olinyeko ku clutch. I've just been told this thing won't start unless you depress the clutch when you're cranking. Okay, so the assistant is doing that. Nindako. Again, I didn't see anything like current, injector current, so I'm going to bring this back up to 100 millivolts, which is where I started. Okay, go ahead. Now you can see that this computer is not yet happy with the fuel pressure. Now we are going in the direction of low fuel pressure at things stand. So I'll stop here because at this workshop they do repair injectors and they test them and pumps. So I'll have to stop there to find out if I need to proceed with this or I've done enough for them to take off.